And what's up, guys? It's Gage here with Pro Play Games, and I'm actually sitting down with one of our sponsored A-Team players, Chris Leblanc, to talk about his ARG Circuit Series Richmond Round 4 feature match. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Alright, so we're just going to get right into it here. And how did you feel going into this event? Did you feel pretty comfortable with your deck list and everything?
Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with my deck. I was testing all right. So yeah, I felt pretty comfortable with my deck. I was testing all week with like Ben, Noah, Gabe, and Kamal, so we all did pretty well.
Now, what deck did you actually decide to take to the event?
I played Pure Zoo.
Okay, and what made you think the True Zoo variant was the best variant to play?
Oh, I played Pure Zoo.
Oh, Pure Zoo, excuse me. What did you think, like, the Pure Zoo variant was better than the True Draco Zoo, as a lot of people were trying out?
I thought it was the most consistent, and it was the deck that allowed you to play most hand traps, and I thought the hand traps were the reason why, like, you were winning games. So, like, if you're playing the True Draco deck, you can't really, like, max out on hand traps, but, like, we were playing Pure, and we were able to play, like, 12 to 13.
Mm-hmm. Now, what hand traps did you decide to play?
We played Retaliating, Flying, Ghost Ogre, and Ash, and Maxi. I had a 12, and I believe I played 2 Flying. It was 3 Retaliating, 2 Flying, 3 Ash, 3 Ghost Ogre, and Max. And I think
Did you feel for the most part that was, like, the most accurate count to play, like the correct count to play? All those hand traps? Like, how did the Retaliating C work?
the other people that like it was Swiss, like Retaliating was like hand traps. Also, just like having it, like even like when your opponent plays around it, just like having like it with a barrage or something, being able to like search Maxi or like a flying C is just really good.
Mm-hmm. So obviously against the first turn board here, he decided to make Hammer Kong. Does the Hammer Kong actually have material under it though?
I believe it did. I can't get a good look at it.
It should. I don't know.
I think it might have.
It wouldn't make sense for it not to. That's the thing. So.
Yeah. I think I just drew. Yeah, I drew a Geki. That's pretty fortunate for me there.
Yeah.
Not much after that, so.
Mm-hmm. How many? What were the traps you set in your back row? Do you remember offhand, or?
I don't remember offhand, but I know it could be a warning. It's probably a fusion sub, actually, I think.
Mm-hmm. But at this point, having cleared the board and everything, did you feel pretty comfortable?
No, because I don't have any cards on board too. So
Fair enough.
Have the initiative.
How did he get rid of the Third Blade on your turn, though? Like, what made you? Did you activate the Third Blade effect to draw into Raigeki?
Yeah. I know some of the Third Blade activate the effect to draw into Raigeki, so I was pretty lucky there.
Would have been nice if you drew that Raigeki the prior turn and not drew into it off the Third Blade.
Oh,
Then you could have actually ended with
of course.
a board.
That was really
Alright, so at this point here, when after you, like, of course took down the big first turn board with Raigeki, what's the game plan here? Just to try to draw into something yourself you can play? Or?
Yeah, I just needed to draw his like combo, and I need to just like outgrind him at this point because he's used a lot of resources. So like I need to like get him to use as much as possible here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
He's really like yeah, it's a war. I think the other card's fusion stuff too. He's really helping me out, like putting a bunch of like resources on top. So you can see what he's used already, like a lot. I just need to like a zoo here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like I think I draw a hand. But yeah. That's Ash. Like any monster there just like swings the game like really heavily in my favor, but he just draws it. Really hard to win from this point because I don't have like an extender, and you can just make Dryden at the end of this.
Now, at the point that he drops the Dryden, though, is there like any hope you have though? Because you can't even draw into like a zoo monster and be able to out that because you can just out it with the Dryden. So at this point, do you feel like you're pretty far behind?
Oh, I feel like I'm really far behind. Yeah, like at this point, I need to draw like a Ram, and even then, like he's still gonna have a follow up next turn. He doesn't even search with the Brothel too, which is kind of crazy. Like, I just draw like a. Maybe that's a flying. No, it was a barrier, maybe.
Yeah. You drew dimensional barrier there, which I mean, I guess is okay if you happen to draw into a guy you can summon.
So like, it's still not very good because then I can't make an XP. It's just I just scoop it up. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, not much you can do there.
Pretty quick game one, but what's your strategy into going to game two? Like, what did you have in your side deck to combat the?
Okay, so I had anti spells going first. I had Imperial Order. I had Cosmic Cyclone is also good versus deck because he's playing True Draco. And I'm pretty sure those are the main cards. I took out like hand traps, like Retaliatings were very good. Flying Seas weren't very good. Going first, it's just not like as good in general actually versus True Draco because they can pop with like Diagram and Barrage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely the traps went in, and I believe I decided two Gamma Seals in because like even going first, like I still just can't deal with the Masterpiece if they drop it like turn 2 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can. It's just very hard. You have to use a lot of resources.
Mm-hmm. So you feel like just having the Kaiju to drop on top of it at any moment is better.
Yeah, because you're drawing a lot of cards, so it's good to have like being able to draw into like a Kaiju for like a later turn. Because Kaiju adds more than one thing. It's not just Masterpiece, it's also Dryden, so like there's a lot of versatility with the Kaijus.
Mm-hmm. So at this event, what variant of zoo did you see the most of? Did you see a lot of people playing just the regular zoo variant, like pure zoo, or did you see a lot more people playing the Draco zoo with like diagram and everything? What did you see the most of, or what were you prepared to face the most of?
A lot more people playing pure zoo, and I was prepared to face pure zoo the most because of all the hand traps in the deck, and it worked out pretty well. Just like all the 3 out of the 4 people that played like the full R list, going through the event. I would definitely play Pure Zoo again if there was another event this format.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel is going to be better moving into the next format? Do you think Pure Zoo is still going to be a viable option, or do you think people are going to gravitate?
Pure Zoo is very hard to play now because you don't have Fusion Sub and you don't have Terratops, so there's not as many extenders, and your Zoo combo doesn't do anything by itself. Like the only way you're making like an Emerald now is if you like normal summon Rat to send Ram to do that play. So like Pure Zoo doesn't really have like a lot going for it, but like Zoo is obviously still really good. Making Dryden's like great. Like every card is just like you search a card, like you get like multiple cards. Like, Draconite's broken, like everything's really good, but you need to have it with something. Like it can't just be by itself anymore.
So you obviously opened up the combo here. Looks like it's going to go off unhindered, which is nice. Do you know what else you have in your hand, perchance, or?
Yeah, no, I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh that weekend. It's kind of hard to.
Oh, you have Max C.
I guess. Yeah, mine was pretty decent.
Now, when you feels like the best time to play your Max C, since he'll be going on his turn second, do you feel like maybe if he just has the board clear, it's good in that scenario, or are you gonna let him like try to burn resources with the Max C, and then just stop him with the Dryden?
Oh yeah, I always get at least the 1-for-1 with Max C. So like, say he goes like Mixed Invoker, I used it on the effect, or I like, or when he uses his rat, like to summon a rat from the deck, I use it on that because then I get a +1 when they make Strident. So like, I never want to like really just throw it out there because like cards like Barrier in the formats where like just ends the turn, my next turn, the maxi was wasted.
Mm-hmm. So what are the what are you like most afraid of though when it comes to like his turn come around? Just like a board clear, or are you think you're pretty like in a good like setup against a board clear if he would have it? Like what are you really afraid of though moving into the next turn?
Oh yeah, board clear obviously. I'm also afraid of him dropping a masterpiece after the board clear, but that's the only thing I'm afraid of because like my hand's pretty solid. I have Ash, I have Flying Sea, so I'm only really losing to like a True Draco like setup. So that's really all obscure. I'm pretty sure I think I messed up here because I don't think I do the play that I'm seeing now. I think what I should have done is like I'll see what play I do, but what play should happen is like there's a Ram. I shouldn't have put the Ram back.
What makes you think you should have put Ram back in the deck?
No, I shouldn't have put the Ram back. I was just checking it was still in graves because I can go like Tiger Mortar here, put the Rat under, summon the Rat from the deck, and then I can go like Chakanine, and then summon back the Ram, and then make like another Emerald, or I can make like Tornado Dragon. Tornado Dragon's really good versus the True Draco deck. Or I actually know there's a better play. I can make a Broad Bowl and then search the Lunalight and then do it again. Yeah, if I go like Chakanine here, yeah, Chakanine, summon the Ram. So now I can go like overlay like Hammer Calling, then Trident, and then pop the Ram special summon. Yeah, so yeah, do that. Okay, yeah, I do the play. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Now, do you know if you go into Broad Bowl or do you actually go into the Tornado Dragon since you know what you're up against?
Broad Bowl's definitely better. I hope I make Broad Bowl.
You just feel like getting those two extra draws in is a lot better?
It's a lot better because, like, I have so many cards that are so good going second and going first versus, like, just True Draco Zoo because, like, I have, like, anti-spells, I have, like, all the traps, barriers, like, there's a lot of stuff.
It looks like you have Imperial Order in your hand, too, which is, like, a huge card against
that. Yeah, that's how the game ends. He kind of he plays a Dark Hole and then Imperial Order, I believe, and then he just, like, scoops. I'm pretty sure that's how it ends. But, yeah, this is just going through the motions at this point, like drawing so many cards.
Yeah, lots of free advantage. Are you going to miss Norden going into the next format, or?
It doesn't really faze me too much because I only played like 4 tournaments total with Norden and Zoo. So like, it doesn't really bother me too much. I'm actually excited for the new format. I dropped Terratop just in case.
Oh, your hand is insane. You have Tanky too to grab like a Whiptail from the deck. Crazy.
Yeah, that was really good. I have like 3 hand traps or something like that. I know I have like Ash and Flying, but I have one more.
So how many traps did you side in though? Because you're only drawing into Imperial Order.
It's like Imperial Order. I guess he's going to Dark Hole, and Imperial Order is going to concede. I know 2 anti-spells in Imperial Order, I believe.
That's the only trap card you have in your deck? Or... Well, besides...
No, the ones I said.
Oh, those are the ones you sided in. Okay. Yep. Seems like these are pretty quick games going through here. Just like turn one is the most crucial turn of the game.
It's so degenerate. Like the dice roll just determines so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I just had to we had to make our deck. We don't want to lose like half the matches because of just the die rolls. Like, just draw your hand traps. You have the best chances of drawing them when you play a lot of them.
Yep. Do you feel like the side deck is playing like a very important role in these matchups, or it's still kind of just based on the die roll? Like being able to side in all the cards going second.
Side decking is very important. It plays the biggest role actually. It's 2 out of the 3 games that you play, and like it gives you a chance to beat your opponent going second. With like more hand eye
right now. That format too.
So game 3, Nick's going turn 1 here. What are you afraid of? Like the zoo board, obviously, or
more afraid of a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. Why are you more afraid of a masterpiece over the zoo board? Is just the masterpiece more difficult to get around for you?
Yeah, so like masterpiece, I'm forced to draw a kaiju, but like a zoo board, I can just have like stems and like zoo board.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm scared of like a masterpiece, or like hand traps, but like or like real traps too. It's a lot, but like the main thing is a masterpiece because it's really hard to get through it when you're going second. Because you don't have the setup already to like search all the resources and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to like make the hammer con and like get your guy up big.
How many kaijus did you decide to play? Did you just play the 3 Gamma Seal, or do you have like the whole Slumber engine in your deck?
Just Gamma Seals.
Mm-hmm. Did you feel like options like Dark Hole and Raigeki were just better over the Slumber engine, or?
Yeah, so like Slumber can get Ash, and Dark Hole and Raigeki cannot.
Mm-hmm.
So like everyone's playing 3 Ash that I'm worried about playing. So like I'd rather just have the cards that can't get negated like that. They're still my body, but it's better to have like only like 1 out rather than 2.
Mm-hmm. Did you expect a lot of the people to play My Body though?
Yeah, I did actually. Because like I went to a regional the week before and everyone was playing it, and I figured like it would bring a lot more attention to like the card too.
Hmm. Now, did you see it as much as you thought you would though, or?
Not as much, I guess. I saw a couple of my opponents playing it, but it was there was a lot of people playing it in Top Cut though, so. I think I have Retaliating Sea in my hand.
What's the best point to play the Retaliating Sea? Just
When they
like you do have it, yeah.
Yeah, when they play the fusion sub, that's like the only time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he plays around here too, I think.
How does he play around it? Just not immediately doing it first, but I guess setting up to do it again, like a second time?
Yeah, like he does it after he searches. He definitely messes up a little bit though. If he just never did it, I would have never had a chance to win this game. Him just having like terraforming too, just like destroys me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like he opened up really insane. How do you feel he messed up for his play there, though? What do you think he should
Oh, I
have did?
believe that he should. I think he should have saved the fusion sub for like a next turn play.
Mhm. He has a second copy of Terraforming too. Wow, I did not expect his hand to be that good.
His hand was so good. It's kind of ridiculous. It's also just like if I went first, I would have just like I would have a good hand compared to like it's just the die roll like it determines so many games. It sucks, but it's just how it works. I mean, I was kind of unfortunate to only open up one hand trap when I played like so many, but like it just happens.
Now, what hand trap do you think? Do you think any actually hand traps would have been able to help you out against this board? Or do you think like his hand was just so insane?
Oh yeah, probably the only one is probably like Max C, because he had double diagrams. So like Flying C does nothing. Maybe Ash on like one of the diagrams to where like he couldn't search the second card to summon Masterpiece. Yeah, that would probably do it for me. But yeah. He also has an Ash in his hand too, so.
Yep. So is that just kind of like the nail in the coffin at this point? Like, is he able to use both the Rat and the Ram as XYZ material, or have one of them been summoned by Shotgun and I missed it?
Nah, I believe the Ram was summoned off Norden.
Oh, okay. Why do you choose not to Exceed summon with them then?
I dropped Max C right after I searched it, so like he couldn't do anything else that turn. Because like I needed more cards and I needed him to like commit more. Because like I can't get through this board without like a Kaiju or like a board wipe. So like I kind of needed to drop it because I knew I wasn't getting another turn. So either make him stop his play or I get another card. So like I kind of had to take that there.
I don't think the Ram remains on the field because did he tribute summon with the Norden?
Yeah, I believe the Ram should be gone. This was like my first event in like since like YCS Anaheim, so I was very actually this was the first event I ever played with Zoo like in my deck. So like, I wasn't playing. Like, I mean I think I was because I tested like a week. I mean I tested like probably like 6 days before like up to the event, but I felt like our deck was good, so yeah. I did draw Regeki, didn't they? They played it. Oh yeah, no, we are going over the Ram thing actually, because I remember that they came over and like it does get banished, and he tried saying like, oh, it's accepted game state, but like only a turn has passed and like nothing happened in the time. Like, yeah, it's weird. Like,
how does accepted game state? I've never heard that term before. How the hell does that work?
Well, it's a thing like to where like you go past a turn and like plays have been made to where like you can't reverse because it would affect what would happen in like each other's hands and stuff or whatever. So like, say like something happens and like you don't draw for like maxi or something. And then like 2 turns go by, and you realize, oh, I didn't draw for maxi. It's like except the games that you can't draw the cards that late into the. It's just how it works. But yeah, so I'm just explaining what happened.
Do you remember how it gets rolled?
Yeah, it gets rolled as the Ram gets banished.
Okay.
Shout out! I got the Quavo glasses on.
So to play around the masterpiece, what do you think is the best way, like out of what's in your hand, to bait it out?
So like, it's really hard. I mean, like I have an extender, but he ends up just having the Ash. So I just get wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I go Rat, use the effect, send Ram. They can make Borbo.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think going Rat first instead of going Terra Top into Invoker?
Because I want him to use the masterpiece, because this rewards me if he doesn't have a hand trap. Because I want him to use the masterpiece to pop my my Rat or like whatever I summon. So then I could do this play. And I end up like getting like wrecked by
the Ghost Ash in his hand, yeah.
By Ash, of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not much I can do. I like look at my Book of Moon for like a hot minute in hand, questioning whether this will work, and then I think I end up just like scooping like a minute later.
Do you know if it works or not? Or
no, it doesn't.
It just negates the effect.
It negates the effect. That's why I read it. I wanted to be sure because I'm like, damn, I have to look at my outs at this point. I don't have many, so like
Mm-hmm.
that was the one. I'm like, damn, does this work? Nah, it doesn't. So I definitely just lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see where that play would have been more beneficial if you would have been able to follow through with it through the hand trap.
Yeah. If you didn't have the hand trap, I was just like pretty far ahead because then
Mm-hmm.
I'd be able to out the masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. But by getting into Broad Bolt and then grabbing a Whiptail, or well, no, it's unaffected by monster effects. So
yeah, no, I'd be able to beat over it though. Like I'd be able to like make like double Broad Bolt search and then equip like I would have like my guy at like 4,000 at the end of the combo. One of my zoo monsters.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel is the best way to make a masterpiece? By using it like unaffected by monsters and spells like he did, or
Monsters and spells all day, because monsters you have to have it obviously because like the drawing just pops, and then spells you can get board wipes, you can get chalice, you can get my body, so you need to do spells. If you're doing traps, you're not playing the cards right.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's fairly like obvious as to what one, like there's more stuff to like play around if you call spells.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's book. Yeah, I get wrecked.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I just like look at my draw and then scoop. I know at this point I lose.
Do you feel like there was any draw that you could have actually gotten to that would have helped you in this scenario, or?
Maybe like no, there's nothing. I'm pretty sure I'm like considering like scooping before even looking at my draw. It was just that bad at this point.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well I guess as we roll into the last turn of the match here, you still had an impressive run for the tournament. Overall, how did you feel like you did? coming back and playing for, like you said, this is the first tournament since like Anaheim.
Yeah, so like I felt pretty good. Like yeah, no complaints really. I mean, I made a couple mistakes throughout the tournament, but that's gonna happen with not playing, not testing for a while. But yeah, I felt good.
All right. Well, still an impressive run at ARG Richmond. I hope to see you at more events. Thanks for sitting down with me today, and thanks for watching, guys.
No problem. I'm gonna shout out to Ultra Pro and Pro Play Games, and shout out to T Money. And yeah, that's it, guys.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you guys next time.